When I first started teaching, I needed to spend hours on a weekend planning my lessons for the upcoming week. And then, even after I planned my lessons, I would often still need to either go to the curriculum director or my mentor to sit down and go over those lesson plans to make sure that I was actually capturing what I needed to capture in my plans to make sure that students were learning. Although AI has its issues, one thing I'm really excited about is its efficiency. This is what drove me to create my own GPT for my coaching work when I'm coaching teachers and school leaders. So let me take you through my Have a Life Teaching AI coach to show you just how quickly we can now create an effective lesson plan. What you see here is my main screen, Have a Life Teaching AI Coach. In a previous video, I showed you how to access the navigation bar. I'll put that in the comments down below. But for today, you don't really even need that navigation bar. We could go right into lesson planning. So in the chat box here, I'm going to say, give me a 4-part lesson plan inclusive of, and don't mind my spelling, an intro, a mini lecture, student practice, both individual and pair group, as well as an exit activity. Make this plan for a 45-minute lesson with a, let's just say, 7th grade related ELA standard on central theme include scaffolds for students below readiness, extensions for those above readiness, and scaffolds for multilingual learners. Include the appropriate DOK questions to check for understanding that each part of the lesson. Let's see what it gives us. Now, I could have been more specific with the standard by actually giving you the actual standard, but I'm doing this on the fly. So let's see what it gives us. So I put in that prompt, and it's telling us it's completing a 45-minute ELA lesson for standard literacy RL, literacy 7.2, which is determine a theme or central idea of a text and analyze its development over the course of the text, as well as provide an objective summary. There's the lesson objective. I love how my AI bot gives success criteria. You should always post the success criteria along with the lesson objective and go over that with students so students know what they need to do to show that they've mastered the lesson objective. And as you can see here, you got the lesson flow. You have a 7-minute introduction or hook. You have the DOK questions that go along with that level of inquiry that needs to happen when we're talking about an introductory activity. And again, the introduction's just to get students involved in the lesson. It has scaffolds for the student categories that we mentioned. You got a 10-minute mini lesson, again, with the DOK questions you as a teacher can be asking to ensure that students are following along. And then we have guided and independent practice, which is the bulk of the lesson. As you'll see that the level of DOK questions gets more rigorous because this is where we have students deep processing what they're learning. as well as then the summary and the reflection, the closing for 7 minutes. This is just one example of how what used to take me hours can now take minutes, especially if you bank your AI prompts so you're not consistently typing them in. That's another way to save time. And as you can see, this is a rather complete, effective lesson plan. If you're interested in using the Have a Life Teaching AI Coach, I'm offering it to folks here online for $19 a month. That doesn't just come with this bot, but it also comes with a direct messaging coaching service where you could have me in your back pocket, responding to any questions that you have. It's the next best thing to having me there. And then if you are a school leader looking to either bring my bot to your school, my coaching to your school, or even if you're looking for advice on how you might create your own bot for your own professional development needs, I do hope you reach out. And I will include information about my subs account where, again, you could subscribe to this tool.